Hey, Bomber parents, happy Wednesday to you. Man, 13-1 over the Young Guns. That was an awesome start that we had yesterday to begin our season. Let's hopefully we can keep that success rolling right over to the Bears, who we play on Monday. But before we get to Monday, there's a lot of things that we have to learn from our game on Tuesday. Have a little bit of extra time today. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the film, and we're going to run through everybody's at-bats and all the defensive plays and talk about some different things that we can learn from. Let's go ahead and get these headphones on. Let's roll over, and you're going to hear a 1, 2, 3 Bombers come out of that dugout here real soon, and we're going to have our first batter step up to the plate. We are, again, 6:30 start time here, and Noah is going to be the first batter. All right, let's fast forward to Noah stepping up to the plate here. So as the film jumps around, hopefully you can easily stay with me. I'll be kind of moving the footage back and forth, skipping through the dead zones. So hopefully we'll be able to get through this game in a fairly reasonable pace. Noah's zest up. Let's look at his first at bat, kind of jumping out of the way there. So one thing we definitely noticed, if we stepped out of the box, or if the player kind of jumped out of the way or did something to look like they were getting out of the way of the pitch, that umpire was definitely more prone to call a strike. That's going to be the big thing we're going to be focused on, is to make sure that we are standing strong in the box there. All right, coming up on his third pitch here. Kind of the same thing, kind of jumping out of the way. He did, fortunate enough, call that one inside, but man, that looked like a close pitch from our point of view there. So something to keep a peek at here coming up on the next pitch. That one's an easy ball, nothing really to see there. 3-1 count. This kid here at the plate, by the way, I'm sorry, on the pitcher's mound, this kid by the pitcher's mound, his name's Charlie George Jr. We actually got a chance to play with him. He was on our summer team, where he was our primary catcher for the coach pitch summer team with Jaysion, Noah, Henry, and Elijah. Man, I think Logan should have made that team as well, but unfortunately we weren't able to squeeze Logan in there. But so Charlie's a good friend of the team. Know a couple bodies that are over here. Here's Henry's at bat. First pitch outside, but still the same thing. We're stepping out of the box when we don't have any need to at all. He sees the pitch, he recognizes it's outside, and he just gives up on it right away. And that's fine to understand that, hey, we're not going to be swinging at that pitch, but we just don't need to be stepping out of the box. So we're going to definitely hit that one hard. One that comes in over his head, he kind of ducks under. Noah go ahead and steals the bag without a throw. Noah had some good speed on the bases today. All right, moving on to 2-0 pitch. This one gets behind. This one gives Noah an easy third base. We'll just move on to the next pitch here. Oh, it looks like Coach Vegas. Coach Vegas, for the Young Guns, by the way, is our vice president of our league. Just for anybody that's not familiar with, he has minors teams and majors teams, and also the juniors, and he coaches the juniors summer team. They already started pitching before Coach Vegas even got off the field. I didn't notice that during the game. All right, well, Henry draws the walk there. Nothing to see. All the thing to focus on that at bat was kind of the same thing Noah. So Noah, first pitch, kind of jumping up out of the box. The first pitch for Henry, a ball that's outside. He's stepping out of the box on a ball that's outside. There's no need to do that. The only time we need to be stepping out of the box is the ball's coming for you. Jay, same thing. I mean, he's already backing up on that play on a ball that's right down the middle. Henry grabs second with no throw. That's an easy base for him there, as they obviously were not trying to block any, I'm sorry, they were not trying to make any attempts at any runners there, taking second when there was runners at first and third. Next ball up and high. Didn't notice Jay really backing out, but obviously he recognized the ball. Good take there. Let's roll on to our next pitch. Ball in the dirt. Noah, that ball, you can even hear it bounce off the concrete, comes right back to the catcher, number 10 here. Noah did a real nice job starting to take off. So this is another thing that we haven't really worked on yet this season, but we're going to go back and cover it again, is the fundamentals on third base. As we roll through this next pitch, I know Jay's going to get a hit here real soon. So, we'll talk about it here soon. Let's look at this hit well over the left fielder's head. We're scoring run. Henry's coming around. Jayson's booking. He's still hustling. Henry makes that play in the third. We're rounding second. The left fielder, for some reason, kind of threw the center fielder. Center fielder makes that throw in. Great hit by Jay, but we need to slide right there. Jay, nice hit, buddy, but come on back here. Look at this. Coach is over here on the side yelling, slide, slide, slide. See me over here on the left side? Look at this. Let's zoom in on this over here. Pow. Coach Lewis is over here waving his hands. Slide, slide, slide. This ball is right behind you. We got to pay attention to the coaching, all right? And instead, we don't slide, and then we come off the bag, and then we decide we're going to go ahead and run home. Now, fortunately enough, we have a kid that doesn't quite make a great throw, and he throws it over top the catcher's head, and we're kind of lucky there that we end up not turning a great hit into an out. But, yeah, get back here one more time. Look at this. Round in second. Coming third. I got your eyes, Jay. I got your eyes. Please trust me. When I'm telling you to slide, we got to get down in that dirt and slide. I want you on third. I'm going to get you home a little bit later. You got good batters coming up behind you. Other than that, not to take away from a great hit. Man, that's a great hit. I just never want to see it get ruined by us getting thrown out at the plate because we're not paying attention to our third base coach. Great hit nonetheless. All right. Who's coming up after this? We got Max. Max is going to come up here at the next pitch. Or the next batter, rather. Alright, here's pitch number 1. There's a ball up at his eyes. Good take. Did he back out of that? Let's back up. This is that first pitch again. Nope. Does a good job staying in the box. He kind of starts to back out after that. Alright, Max. We can't step out of the batter's box unless there's quite a few things that happen. Let me pause here real quick to make sure we got it. So, Max steps out of the batter's box with both feet. We have to keep at least 1 foot in the batter's box in between pitches. We're not allowed to step out. Fortunate enough, they didn't enforce it there, and they didn't even inform you, and he didn't even say something to me. Usually, if something happens, they'll kind of give a warning. It's not usually that they're going to just call you right then and there. But essentially, if we step out after they've given you that warning, they're going to start calling a strike every time you do. But the only time that we can step out is on a passed ball, a foul tip, a base runner that steals, and umpire calls time, coach mound visit, something along those lines. But some type of stoppage in play or some type of situation where a play is being made or the ball is not in control. Hit by pitch, of course, is another one, but you end up getting the base for that one anyways. So, but we have to keep both feet in the box. Didn't notice that one until just now seeing it here on the film. Here's pitch number 2. Easy one outside. That's easy to take. So this one we can step out of the box because it got past the catcher. Since that ball got past the catcher and he wasn't able to catch that pitch, we are able to step out of the box on those. And of course, with base runners on, we definitely should. Pitch number 3. Inside right at him. Man, that almost looks like it hit. Ooh, it's so close to hitting him. I almost took that one. All right, we got a 3-1 count. Or we got a 3-0 count, rather. 3-0. Let's come up here to the next pitch. A little illegal step as the pitcher kind of gets situated. That's fine. Nicholas did the same thing. They didn't bother calling it. That's ball 3 outside. Just an easy at bat there for Max. Pitcher never really gave anything to offer. Kind of watching his trot down first. Making sure that we are safe in there. All right, coming up first here is Logan. So we'll kind of watch Max on the base as well as Logan's batter here. Ball down the middle, but a little bit low. We call for a ball. Catcher drops the ball. Max is able to take second base. Nice job. So same thing. Look at this. This ball is hot. Whew. This is the exact thing, and I was just mentioning. Okay, so Logan, let's look at this one here. Because we stepped out, that umpire ended up hitting you with a strike. Look at this baseball. This ball comes from Charlie George and is crossing the plate about right there. That baseball is up over his head, right? It's on the inside. It still might be cutting the corner of the plate, but that ball is way too high. That should not be there. But because Logan is stepping out of the box, as a batter, we're removing that reference that we have for the umpire to see on calling balls and strikes. Remember, they're calling the balls and strikes based on our body, and that ball should be passing just below the shoulders or above the knees. But if we step out of the box and we remove that player, that batter, from the baseball, oh, by the way, we're standing up and we're getting out of our stance and standing up so we can back up. We've now raised the strike zone by standing up, and we're backing out of the way, making that distance away from the strike zone difficult, making it harder for that umpire to see that, hey, that ball's at his eyes. But if we are standing in the box there, nice, tall, and proud, not nice, tall, and proud, excuse me, in our athletic batting position, then when that ball comes zipping right past your helmet, he's going to see that ball's right at his helmet. That's obviously a ball. It's way too high. But because we step out of the box, we give this umpire this free, well, I'm going to go ahead and call that a strike. Max does a great job taking third on the drop ball by the catcher. This was not their typical starting catcher. Charlie, the pitcher, is, but obviously they were having him start by pitching here to get the game going. Okay, so here comes, I think this is third or fourth pitch here for Logan. Fairly decent looking swing. Let's go back to that real quick. I want to just look at his stance. Load looks fine. Kind of a bigger leg kick that might mess up our timing just slightly. Yeah, we're just behind. We're behind that baseball a little bit. So we're not quite loaded in just enough time. So we're not, you know, he's already in his windup. We should have that load, but we're still going back body, still going back body, still going back body, still loading. Here comes the leg kick. We're starting the swing, and we're kind of dropping the barrel, but it's not quite a swing yet. The bat really doesn't start coming forward until basically here. Right here is where Logan's bat starts to come forward in that swing, and by that time, that ball's already up on him, and we're a little bit behind, and we're missing that baseball in the swing. Other than that, swing looks fairly decent. A couple of mechanics we can clean up slightly, but I think that one is just the more important one of making sure that we get that load and we're ready to hit that baseball out in front. Because even if we do make contact with that baseball is just either going to go right down into the plate, or it's going to be a little dribbler to first or right back towards the pitcher. Not really going to do much of anything with it. Oh my goodness. Let's look at this. Here we are. I don't know what else up the ball. I mean, the camera looks like it's up at his eyes, but he was calling them high almost all night. I told Holden the same thing during one of his bats. He was swinging at high baseballs, but I couldn't tell him not to because this umpire was calling a lot of these balls that were up at the bill of the hat. But we know what it is, right? We can't change that. We got to go out there and make some plays. And we got to go swing the bat, even at the baseball's up at the bill of the hat. Max, I really liked you paying attention down at third and watching that baseball and being ready to take that base. There's a fine line between being alert and trying to take that. Here goes Holden, ball inside, number one. That's where it's okay to step out of that box. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You got a ball coming at you? We need to step out of that box? That's fine. That wasn't like Henry Noah's or Jayson's first couple step outs or Logan that he had there. Baseball behind. Max take that base. Recognizes not even the slide. You see that little lunge forward at the end? He looks like a sprinter there at the end. Hopefully that was a good conscious decision that that he could beat that without a slide there. There you go. Ball number 3, high and outside. Nothing to see there. Let's come up here on the next pitch. There's a strike. Is it? Yeah, that ball's about at the shoulders. That's a little bit lower than the other ones. Holden with a nice looking swing. Just his bat right off the end of it, it looks like. Let's come back one. Here it is. Oop. Oh, yeah, it looks like his bat just off the end of that. Looks like his bat wasn't quite covering the whole section of the plate there. Which is good, he's keeping his arms inside, but I can't really see his feet to see if maybe he stepped out with his left foot a little bit or not. But for his other swings all evening were looking real good, so I doubt that was the case. There we go, next pitch. That one's in the dirt, that's an easy one. Holden gets a walk. Alright, we're moving on. Coming up here is Tanner. All right, here we back are. We're going to be continuing to focus on this. Ball's not even out of batter's hands yet. Right there, I already see him leaning backwards. That ball's just barely in the air, and we're already leaning backwards away from that baseball. Holden takes the base on the pass ball. Let's fast forward here. Next pitch in the dirt. Holden's able to grab third. Nothing to do there. Oh, I missed one. Here we are. Oh, see, another one here. I don't even know what he called it, but I can only just imagine already that he probably calls this a strike. Just because we got ball that's almost right over top the middle of the plate. It's right here by his face. But, yeah, nothing for us to step out. Let's see, did he call it a strike? No, he said it was slightly inside. All right. Ball in the dirt, ball gets past. Holden makes the decision to run. Way to get in there and get that foot in there. 5 runs. All right, let's roll into the next inning, shall we? Nicholas. Woo-wee. Did Nicholas have himself a game? What a game that Nicholas had here. I'm excited to watch a couple of these pitches. All right, first pitch of the game here for Nicholas. Low ball high and outside. Lefty to start the game. Nicholas, by the way, you got a really good comment from the other coach. Coach Vegas was asking where we got the leg kick from. I said that's what kind of came natural to you. And so we continued with it. And I said mostly I kind of teach more of a slide step to a lot of the other pitchers. But for you, it really allows you to drive your hips down the mound. Foul one off, a little bit inside. But it allows you to kind of drive your hips down the mound and lets you get some extra power. And so Coach Vegas was impressed by your pitch in there as well. I think everybody at the game was, but nonetheless, he liked the leg kick. There's a player I used to watch, and me and Patricia used to watch, a guy by the name of Brunson Arroyo, who was a Reds player. Now his was more of a straight-legged kick up, but nonetheless, it was just a high leg kick that easily sends us both a reminder. That's a great looking pitch right down the middle there. There we go. We could ask for that ball to be a little bit lower, but it's, you know, in the middle of the strike zone, which is at this level what we're trying to get at. Obviously, as we get older, we're trying to place these balls in these strike zones a little bit better, but nonetheless, that's right down the middle of that strike zone. Nicholas right here. So let's look at this. Now, if they call time, so the umpire raises hands, he calls time, so you no longer can have an illegal pitch. But just keep that footwork and that practice, that when he steps out and you get a time, go ahead and just step off the right way. Step off with that right foot just to make sure that we don't, you know, misconstrue something and they end up calling an illegal pitch or a balk or something along those lines. That's a great looking pitch. That was a good enough pitch that not even Max could handle it there. Let me go back to that one actually. Let's look at this. Why did Max end up dropping this baseball? Oh, it snuck under his glove. That's all. But it was a good looking pitch. Great placement. Bottom outside corner. All right, let's go to the next one here. Oops. There we go. A little high over his head. Batter gave us a nice helping hand on that guy. Pitch number 3. That's right down the middle. All day. Nice job. You can tell that's right down the middle right when he leaves. That was really fun. Here's Charlie, that was a pitcher of the who ended up moving to catcher. That last batter, by the way, was Nathan Santilli. He's playing up. He's 8 years old and still has the option to go down to the coach pitch level here for summer baseball. We might look forward to seeing him in the summer. Ryan Santilli was, for those of you that were with us at coach pitch, he's the one over at first base. That's Coach Santilli. He was the coach for the Lake Monsters, who had a lot of really good years at the coach pitch level against us. Charlie, by the way, was also on his team. So Charlie and Nathan Santilli. So Nathan was the last batter up, this one being Charlie. Let's get into the next pitch here. Nice looking pitch. Strike 3. Inning over. Moving on. Great job, Nicholas. What a really great way to start your season, kid. That was a great first inning to take over. All right, because the runner scored at the end of the last at-bat, the Tanner gets to start this at-bat again. So we see Tanner here a second time because we took the bat out of his hands by scoring on a pass ball here earlier. Kind of that same thing. See that first step? Watches this. Let's watch when this ball gets released versus what we do here in the box. So I'm first watching. I want to see where this ball is when Tanner first moves. So we're not really getting much of a load. We're kind of standing here like a statue, still like a statue. We're all the way, pitcher's all the way in the windup, still in the statue. Right here, we're already leaning back. I can see that. If you're able to see it in the slow motion, you can already see his weight is shifting backwards out of the box. That ball is still in the pitcher's hand. So we got to get over this fear of these kids throwing these baseballs, right? Weight's coming back, weight's coming back, weight's coming back. This ball is coming outside. There's no way we've judged yet where this ball is coming, and there's the first step, and we can see it's right on the back of the line. So not just you, Tanner. I'm not trying to pick on you, but this was most people on the team were doing this, and so this is going to be just something that we're going to continue to focus on. And as we said, it's not only is it hurting you for not being in there for the pitch, but it's also allowing this umpire to call strikes that we can't really argue because we're standing out of the box. Same thing, taking a step backwards. Luckily, he's calling those outside. Here comes our third pitch of the at-bat. That one slightly low. Same thing. Let's back up to that same one. Watch his body weight. I'm going to pause right as soon as we see his body weight shift. Right there. We're already backing up. The ball's just released. We haven't seen where that ball's coming yet. And we're diving out on a baseball that's directly over top the middle of the plate. We're giving him an easy strike call. Again, I'm going to keep highlighting them. I'm not trying to pick on individual players, so you'll see me do this a lot. Tanner just gets kind of the brunt of it here initially because we get to see him twice, because we saw him at in last inning, and then we see him again here this inning. But we're going to be seeing this a lot with a lot of our players. But we'll definitely hit it, backing out of the box. Baseball right down the plate. Come on, buddy. Ball in the dirt. Luckily, we get a base out of that one. We got fortunate to make it through that at bat, but that kid throws one more strike. We're in trouble because we were not ready to swing the bat at that at bat. We got to go into these at bats thinking we're going to go get the hit. We're going to make the home run. We got to go up there being a hitter. We can't be going up there thinking that, whew, if I just not swing the bat, maybe I'll get a walk out of this one. All right. Regardless of how this pitcher's doing, I want us to be able to get some hits. We got to think swing all the way until we recognize it's a ball. Then we got to stop that swing as quickly as we can. All right, Hudson's up here. First ball's outside. Way to jump off that bag, Tanner. There we go. Jump off that bag as soon as you see that ball pass the batter. Nice job. Ball in the dirt. Tanner takes the base. No throw. Decent slide. A little late on the slide. Was able to get his legs fully extended. Nonetheless, still decent. Especially for us not having much practice for it so far this year. We were just trying to make sure we could try to shore up some of the pitching and hitting and fielding that we have not yet really gotten to base running at all. So I wasn't giving any signs here today, or very few. I only gave one to Henry, I think. But that's another thing we're going to pick up as the season goes on. All right, Tanner takes that base. Hudson's seen a couple baseballs outside. Nothing to report. Nothing really to evaluate yet. Here's a baseball right at Hudson's face. Able to get him the base. First and third. First and third, and we have Juan. Juan's up to bat. Nope, that's not Juan. That's Nicholas. Where is that pitch at? Sorry, I was too distracted by Nicholas. I didn't see the pitch. Let's try that one more time. It looked outside initially. Well, let's double check it. I mean, obviously we're not going to evaluate every pitch here by the... No. Okay, yeah, we're clipping corner of the plate there. That's a good call. That's a good call. Right at shoulder level. Inside plate. That's a good call there. Good job, umpire. Ooh, what are we doing here, Hudson? Hold on, did we leave early? So it looks like Coach Lindgren calls us back. Do we leave early? Let's see when Hudson leaves. I'm gonna pause it as soon as he leaves. Yeah, we're leaving too early. Coach Lindgren, nice job. Way to see that. And yell at him, tell him come back. I can see he doesn't have much body movement, but I can see his mouth moving. There we go. All right, Hudson, let's make sure we're leaving after that ball passes the batter. Coach Lindgren, way to recognize that and save us a base runner. The umpire wouldn't pay attention. You know, here's an interesting thing, is the rule book for Little League says that if a runner leaves the base early, the umpire, the field umpire, is supposed to drop a red flag to signal it. I don't think I've seen any umpire in our league have that red flag. Really kind of curious why that is in the rule book, but I've yet to see an umpire even have one to drop, let alone anything else. But that's what the rule technically is. Yeah, if they leave early, they're supposed to drop a red signal flag to signify that a base runner has left early. And then after the play is over, they'll replace the runners according to the way the rules are supposed to work out, is what's supposed to be done. So it's not an out, like he's not called out by leaving early, but instead he is forced to go back to the base. And if it's a hit, then it's some weird rules. Basically, he can't advance if it's a single, and in the umpire's judgment, him leaving early didn't affect the play, then basically Hudson will only be awarded second and he won't be allowed to gain any other place. Anyways, I don't want to see him have a flag to even judge that anyways, but let's just make sure we're following the rules so we don't have to test those waters to even figure out what the umpires are going to do, because I can just imagine the umpires aren't really familiar. If they don't have the red flag, then they're probably not really familiar with the rule, and I can just expect they'd say, he left early, call him out. All right. I lost kind of our pitch count as we were talking about that, but let's look at Juan here, or I'm sorry, Nicholas, ball up high. Holden takes that, baseball back. Oh my goodness, I couldn't. He says that the catcher was not blocking the plate, right? According to him, according to the umpire, this catcher is not blocking the plate. Let's try this again. Rolling back on this pitch so we can pause this. I just realized what play this was. So we make the catch, we throw back, it gets by, shortstop is here. Before the ball is thrown, where is my runner supposed to slide right now? Right here. Where is my runner supposed to be able to slide into this plate? He's coming up on the plate. Two people are standing in front of it. He has no room to slide. This is a very obvious obstruction call that we are blocking the plate from the catcher position. He said he was going after the ball. He wasn't going after the ball. He's standing here waiting to receive the ball. It's different if he starts in front of the plate and then steps into it as he's going to try to catch the baseball. But he was here before this ball was even being thrown, before we could even judge that he needed to rotate this way in order to get it. But look, two people that are standing here in the way, we slide right into them. Tanner, we should have been safe on that one, buddy. But do me a favor, next time, try to slide on the outside, get to that plate before he tags you, because he doesn't tag you. He catches a ball and he falls into you, but you never get tagged for a good while. Not until maybe here. I think he's probably saying the glove is on you, but nonetheless, I mean, that's just clear obstruction and blocking the plate. They created this rule so that way base runners wouldn't come in and plow the catcher when the catcher's in the way. And if they're not going to call it, what are we supposed to do? Are we just supposed to take out the catcher? Should he just run into the catcher and and that way he can make his way to home plate. I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to slide, and it's an obvious call by the umpire that if you slide into a body, not a glove, but if you slide into the body of a catcher, then obviously the catcher was in the way. If you slide into the glove, then that means they reached the glove there to catch the baseball, catch it, and they went to go make the tag, right? If the baseball's taking the catcher that way, then the farthest thing that's going to be to that catcher's left is his glove. There's no way your body is going to be to the left of the ball when you are being pulled, as he said, well, the catcher had to go that way to make the catch. Well, that means he's going to extend his left arm. There's no way his body is going to be further left than his glove if the throw is actually taken. That obviously wasn't the case here. This should be an easy call by an umpire. You see somebody slide into the body, your first thought was his body in the way and blocking the plate? In this case, I believe it absolutely was. And I'm sorry that he ended up calling you out here, Tanner, but I tried to make the argument, and unfortunately we did not get an agreement on the umpire on that one. But nonetheless, whatever you do, touch the plate as quickly as you can. The umpire is sitting here waiting for a... probably... Finally, I realized that I should do the right thing, call time, and go up here and actually talk to the umpire. I'm just saying, where's my runner supposed to slide at? He's standing right on top of the box. Hey, I like Charlie. Charlie's a good kid. I coached him for a summer. Enjoy him to death. Got a great personality, got a great set of parents on him. Unfortunately, he made a play where he wasn't staying in front of the plate, and my runner didn't have anywhere to slide, and that's just a clear obstruction call. But what are we gonna do here? Let's see. Back to Nicholas's at bat. All right, we still got Hudson on second here, with Nicholas at bat. You know what? Let's go back. I just realized something. How did Hudson? Let's see. So I'm gonna watch Hudson here real quick. So Hudson takes that base, of course, right? We don't really quite find the ball. He starts to range. Okay, he was watching. Good. I was just curious how come he didn't take third. And I'm too busy to tell Hudson to run over there because I'm watching this ready for the obstruction call, and the obstruction call didn't happen. Okay, excuse me. All right, let's get back to that next pitch. That ball to the outside. Hudson decides to take third here. I did not call a steal. I wasn't even expecting him, but he took off. We'll talk about that, Hudson. Sometimes I'm not really looking to try to grab every base, even though obviously this catcher was not really trying to hold anybody on. Kind of depends on the situation. Ooh, what happened there? Let's look at this form. We're just out in front of it. No trouble. Decent looking swing for the most part. Was he leaning out in front? Can't really tell from this angle. But nothing real negative to evaluate. Just a swing and miss, that's fine. Hudson's still ranging off the base, so I'm keeping my eyes on Hudson, keeping my eyes on the batter here. There it is. Making contact. Drop baseball. Hudson, way to make sure we get back to the bag. Maybe would have sent... Nah, I probably wouldn't have sent him. I was like, maybe if he tags, I'll try to see if I can force the bad throw, but nah, maybe not. It's 2 outs. I was really... Was it... were we at 2 outs already? Do we have a strikeout and Tanner getting thrown out? Let's see. Where were we at? Where did Tanner get thrown out? Okay, no, that was the first out. Okay, yeah, so no, there was only 1 out here on the board still. Sorry, 1 out, first and third. Strike 1. Nicholas, we're real late on that taking off. Real late. Hopefully, you know, maybe Coach Lindgren just didn't talk to you about it before the new batter, but we need to be taking off as soon as that ball passes the batter. You kind of hesitated there quite a bit. No problem, though. Still made it there. They didn't make a play. Second and third. 1 strike on Juan. Ooh, just right up above his eyes. Nicholas ranging a little off too far. Keep your eyes on that runner in front of you, all right? If he's slowing down, we got to slow down too. Getting a little far off that bag there. Now, if they would have made a play on you, of course, would have sent Hudson, so it's not entirely bad by any means. If they make that throw to second, I'm sending a runner home. Ball outside. All right, that was closer than I thought. Hudson, we're a little late on the slide. Let's watch it here. Frame by frame. Juan, we got to get out of the box and out of the way, kid. We got to be out of this way here. Yeah, we finally start to get out of the way. Hudson, we should already be sliding right here. We take one more step. Oh, no, 2 more steps. Oh, we're real late on this slide. That's all right. We got to the plate in enough time. Good call by the umpire. Made it closer than what it was. If our body's down in this dirt, so Hudson, if you're watching this one, if your body's down in the dirt, it's no question you're safe. This ended up being a closer play than what it needed to be. We got to make sure we get that slide and get the body down on the ground, get that butt seated on the ground so you're able to lay back away from that tag and slide that foot right in over that plate. Again, I haven't really worked on slides much this year. Worked on them last season. We're going to go back to it. We've just had a lot of other things to cover so far this year in our short. What do we only have? We only had like 2.5 weeks from the time we started to our first game here, so no troubles. We have plenty of things to cover. We got a lot of baseball left. This is game 1. We don't expect to have everything covered here by this game. But way to take that base. Nice shot. Way to get us a run across this. I think it's the only run we end up scoring here this inning. All right, pitch number 3 up here to Juan. It's a decent looking pitch right on the outside. And strike 3. Watch it one time. I don't think I see any form. I guess we're reaching at the ball here. Maybe just... Let's see. We're ready to swing. I mean, we offer at it. I don't have any problem here with... One. Yeah, we just miss it. I guess that ball's just low enough. He had to, like, extend out to go get it. I mean, it looks like a clear strike. Maybe we're starting too far deep in the box. We're starting too far away from the plate. So a ball down the middle we have to go reaching for. Gosh, let's figure that out. Let's go back slightly. So for Juan, yeah, let's see. Can we cover the whole dish? We got a pretty short bat here. And are we getting our bat to cover the whole plate? And it looks like we need to be up on this plate more because this ball, not right down the middle, but on the, it's not like right on the edge. It's on the second third of the outside, and we have to reach to go get our barrel. Now his barrel's lined up with the baseball, if you can see it. Let's look right there. I mean, we can see this baseball's right here where my mouse is. That's that little white smudge. That's where baseball. So he's got the barrel of the bat to the ball, but in order to do that, he's got to lean that far forward, and that ball is just right over the outer third of the plate. So good pitch location. Our bat is just not covering this whole plate, so we need to be able to step in and get closer to that plate to make sure we can cover the whole thing. But nonetheless, good job, Juan. You saw a good pitch. You took a hack at it. Sometimes we miss. Don't have any problems with that whatsoever. Other than that feet placement, I think we're going to be in decent shape. Juan, it's also your first year of kid pitch, man. Hitting off these kids, obviously you notice from your teammates, it's a little bit different than Coach Gonzalez pitching at you. Jameson coming up firing on his very first one. Jameson on his very first at bat. How about this? Excited for him. I'm really excited to see what when he just gets some reps under his belt and he kind of gets a little experience, what he's going to look like here. Once we get him all tuned up and everything, get a season or 2 under his belt, it will take him a little bit to get caught up with everybody that's been playing for a bit, but I'm excited to have him. All right, here we go. Oof. Ah, right there. Man, how did we miss that? Oh, it's so close. Hey, he's out there swinging. I like it, brother. Nice job. We'll work on this form a little bit, and you know, making sure we're stepping with this foot towards first base and not outside. But hey, he's had about a week and a half to get this down. That's not a lot of time, Jameson. Don't worry about it, buddy. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Here we are. Third pitch, or fourth pitch rather. Right at ball. Yeah, that's a good pitch by him. Right on the outside. Right on the chalk line. Ooh, maybe just off the plate, but they don't call on the plate. Remember, they usually call chalk to chalk, so that's right down the chalk, and that's an acceptable strike at our league. That's pretty much what they've told us all last couple years, and I've always told the umpires, hey, a ball that's from the chalk to chalk. So if it's in this dirt portion between the chalk and home plate, they're still going to call that a strike. So that's a good strike call. At least from what they've been told to call a strike. That's a good call. All right. Fresh inning. Here we go. Let's go. Bombers back on the defensive side of things to go. Bottom half of the second inning. Did I miss? Nope, I did not miss a pitch. All right, here we go. Number 7. Is this Ryu? Yeah, this is their shortstop. Pretty good little kid. Nope. Yeah. Okay, that's their shortstop. He was their pitcher against the game against us last year. Pretty decent shortstop. He's got some talent out there. Let's look at that again. Nicholas with that high leg kick. Nice drive. Boom, here comes that baseball from behind that head. You can tell immediately it's going to be slightly inside. As it passes the batter, we are... Same thing. Chalk to chalk, right? I mean, it's inside for most of us for what we think, you know, Major League Baseball level, but it is kind of right over top this dirt portion of that plate. I wouldn't like it either if I'm that batter. But that's what our league has said. Hey, this is what a strike is. It's from chalk to chalk, knees to shoulders, right? Below the knees to just below the shoulders. And borderline call, but still, according to that, a good call. Hey, let's look at our catcher here a little bit. Max, this is one of those times when what we'd really like to see is we'd really like to see that when you notice this ball's coming outside... Sorry, I'm messing with the controls too much for this computer. Slowing it down. That way when we recognize this, we need to get this glove outside. We need to reach our hand past this baseball and then come back to it, as opposed to catching it. And then so we catch it here. I'm going to leave my mouse pointer right where that ball is. So now let's watch how much further. Oh, it went away. I guess I'll have to move it slightly to keep this mouth from going away. So right here is where this ball is, but look how much further our glove gets outside, because we're going to reach that ball. All right, so if we can try to recognize that ball a little bit earlier, get that glove inside really fast, and then bring it back to the zone, then we're not going to take our glove a foot outside of where we caught that baseball in order to range and go get that. I wouldn't be happy if that was that pitcher either, but hey, like I said, that's one of those, like our league has said, chalk to chalk, bottom of the shoulders to there. That's just the strike zone that they call it. It's a different strike zone than the major leagues. We have to get whatever the major league and college and high school, what their strike zone is, out of our minds, because that is not what they've been taught. That's a good looking pitch. Whoa, wait a minute. Did anybody else see that movement? Let's go back to that. Run right here. Let's get back right to the... Oh, okay. All right. If you notice, I'm at 0 on the counter, so it just rolled over. I was trying to go back to the windup, but that didn't fly. This baseball. Does this tail? Yeah, maybe not. It looked like it was tailing away. Like he threw a 2-seam and it came inside and it worked its way back out. I wish I could watch it from the side. Unfortunately, that pitch was in between two videos. So when we record these videos, it doesn't record one long video, it records a whole bunch of like 13-minute videos, and then you have to piece all 13-minute videos together. So I think overall this game, it was like 10 13-minute videos all together in order to get the entire game, plus all the warm-ups and everything else that was going on. I'm gonna keep looking at it. Ball high. Everybody's still backing up even with no base runners on, just to keep that momentum going. And up there, I like it. Holden getting back up to that pitcher. Ooh, that's a, oh, wait a minute. If that other ball wasn't inside, this ball was probably high, I think. But the umpire, he pushes his arm like he's saying that ball was outside. He's not saying up. I don't know. Maybe he's saying up. I would have said that ball was up, not inside. Either way, doesn't really matter. Just fun things to notice, that's all. Ball outside. Oh, what happened here? Oh, was that a ball? Okay, that's ball 4. All right, hey, we got a base runner on. Let's see how we protect with this base runner. All right, pitch number 1. Foul ball. Nice pitch. Nice looking pitch. Nice inside pitch. Look, he scared him off that plate. Kind of like what we've been doing. He stepped way out and still swung at it because he realized it's still going to be down the middle. All right, pitch number 2. Good looking pitch. Way to go, Max. Way to be up ready to throw. Way to watch him there. Way to start off this at bat with 2 strikes. That's an awesome thing. Get a base runner on, and then the very first 2 are strikes. Whoa! All right. I saw this a little bit earlier, and we finally made our way back to this. I was kind of waiting for this play to come up, or this is one that caught my eye that I knew I wanted to talk about. Max, way to come up throwing. But if we notice, let's go back here. After this guy swings, he goes, oh shucks, I struck out. He knows he struck out. So what's he do? He starts immediately running back to his dugout. And I don't know why this kid is swinging at this baseball. All right. Sorry, we don't need to be laughing at him. He made a mistake. That's fine. But as he starts making the jog back to his dugout, you try to go around the batter to make this throw, right? Don't go around that batter. If you go around that batter, the umpire's not going to see it. Look at his head. He's over here looking at this base runner going across. He is not watching you. So when you step to make this throw, if he is in your way, if this batter is in your way, step right into him. Don't hit him hard. Don't try to hurt anybody. Don't cause any damage. You know, don't do anything to hurt anybody. But make it known that you made a throwing attempt, because right here we're still not throwing. We're trying to get to the right. See how far right we go? And we go all the way to the other side of the plate to make this throw, and now we're here in the middle of our throw. So you try to step around them to make that throw. And I understand what you're doing. You're trying to get the best throw that you can. However, that batter can't get in your way of your throwing. And if he does get in your way, this guy gets called out. So if you don't step around him and you step directly forward and you make the throw, and in the middle of you making a throw, you run into and your arm hits the batter, batter's interference, base runner, that's a double play. Strikeout, runner gets thrown out or gets called out because of the batter's interference, because the batter started to cross your face to go back to his dugout. After, now somebody would say that, oh, he was in the batter's box, right? That's going to be the first argument is, oh, he's in the batter's box. He's allowed to be in the batter's box, right? But that is not the case. Although you can be in the batter's box, you have to have already been there, and he bails, right? So he's over here. When Max catches this ball before he goes to make a throw, this batter's over here. He's not in the batter's box anymore. He can't go from where he was to then stepping back into the way afterwards. So although, yes, if he okay being in the batter's box, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But right here, when this runner's breaking and there's a play and Max has to throw, his direct throw is right here on the left side of this place through the inside of this batter's box, and it's wide open. He's not in the way yet, but he is in the way right there. Right there, he's in the way, and he had to walk 2 feet to get there. That's the difference between getting a batter's interference or not. So go ahead and make that throw. Make that throw right into him, and as soon as you run into him and you make a bad throw to second, which you're going to make a bad throw to second because you're running into somebody, make sure you turn that umpire and say, he got in my way. Hey, this guy got on my way. We'll work on that. All right, let's move on to the next batter here. Pitch number 1. Nice looking pitch. Ball gets by. Easy third base. Such a good pitch. You fooled Max with it, it looked like. Let's see if we can tell. The umpire's going to be in the way of the video, but see if we can tell why we end up missing this baseball. Okay, so we start down on the knee. Max, I know you like to cover from a knee, but this ball, your body weight is going out to the right. Meanwhile, the pitch is to your left. So you're kind of trying to do one of these in order to catch it, and then we end up moving out of the way. Whereas, I don't mind the knee all that time and being on the knee, but we got to be able to slide at that knee. So what we do here is we take this foot, your right foot. Let me see if we can zoom in on this actually. Here we go. We got to take this right foot and we got to sink your hips backwards and extend and push with this right foot. And we got to drive your body back to the left. Sorry, my camera is backwards. We got to go this way with it, right? So you got to push off this leg and slide this knee across the dirt to get that body back in front of this baseball. So we're not trying to take that ball off our left hip over here, but instead we're able to slide back in front in order to try to stop that baseball from getting by us. All right, easy third base here for him. Nicholas back up. Here we go. Next pitch. Ooh, is that the same thing? Let's watch this one. So, yeah, see your body weight's kind of shifting to the right, and we're not getting in front of that baseball, and we're letting that baseball sneak by. So let's mark that down on something we got to take care of there. We got to be able to, if we're going to put that knee on the ground, we got to be able to slide on that knee. We can't just have it stationary. You got to be able to use that shin guard to slide on that dirt to be able to get your body in front of that baseball and not let it get past. Pretty decent flip, right to a foot above the home plate. Nicholas, we grab that, make a tag. He's probably still going to be safe, but nuts. Let's see, did he slide into your glove? Is that what caused you to drop it, or just not happen to catch the baseball? That's a good toss, right to the top of the glove. That you gave your pitcher a chance to make that out. Ah, it hits you on the wrist, Nick. All right, not too bad, man. Yeah, that would. I mean, you catch that and you put your glove down. That's closer than I thought. Just happens to hit him on the wrist, and that ball sneaks away. Way to go get that baseball afterwards, Max. A nice flip to your pitcher to put that baseball about a foot above the plate. That's exactly where you want it. But what I'd rather have is that ball just not get behind you, period. So let's work on sliding that knee that's in the ground and be able to get in front of that baseball when they're a little low for us, and not trying to take a baseball with just our glove only thing out there to be able to hit. All right, that run scores. Where we at here? Let's range to our next pitch. Batter's still up. Good looking pitch. Ooh, why is our catcher hips swinging that way? This is the same pitch. Let's see. I want to watch Max's hips here. Now, obviously, there's no base runners on, so no harm, no foul. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, same thing. See how we're taking those hips out of the way of that baseball. Yeah, we're getting out of the way of the baseball rather than in the way of the baseball. Let's make sure we don't do that. Alright, second strike there. I think we get a third strikeout here, don't we? If I remember correctly. Kapow. There it is. Nice pitch. Right down the middle. Slightly up, slightly right in the middle of the zone where a good batter might be able to get a bat on that. But awesome nonetheless. Way to get a good, nice, hard, solid strike. Oops. Sorry, I hit the button. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, we take a kid's head off. Luckily got out of the way. This kid looks nervous as it is. Look, his shoulders are all tensed up. Now he's really scared. Nicholas has now made him really worried. And oh my goodness, this kid just threw right at my head. Outside pitch. Alright, our zone's kind of drifting away from us. This is where this is right here, Nicholas. I want you to do for me is we just threw two balls here, right? This is instead of hopping right back on that mound where I kind of want you to just do a quick little circle around that mound, take a deep breath, go. I got this, all right? Let me hone it back in and get this zone back. And it's not when we find out, hey, we just missed 2 in a row, let's get a quick breather to hone that zone back in. Same thing, we got 3 in a row. Just watch our body reaction. Okay, I like that. Nice little slow, back to the mound, goes to the rosin bag. See, I would have liked to have seen this last pitch. That's fine. But he still realized it. Good. That's what I wanted to see last pitch, was that little quick, ooh, let me get this back under control. That's a strike. Max, we're still sliding our hips away. Strike. Nice. Oh, that one is the one that hit Max right on the thumb. Took his thumb back away from him a little bit. He takes a second to make sure he's alright. What are we count full here, I think? I think we're full count here. There it is. Nice job, Nicholas. You had a great game. Can't wait to see what the next inning looks like. Alright, we got the same pitcher up. Jameson was the last batter, so we are back at the top of the order. We've got Noah up first, and we're getting some real action here soon. So if you've been sticking with us this long for learning baseball outside, that's an easy take. Nice job. Keep a good eye. Oh, I really like watching this pitcher's form. He needs to work on his velocity and his accuracy, of course. I think his velocity is more important than his accuracy right now, because if he has velocity, he'll be able to get that ball all the way there, and once he's able to get that ball all the way there, then he'll be able to tune the accuracy. But I don't know, he seems natural on his wind up there. Kind of sinks his hips. Ooh, yeah, I thought that was agreed. Let's go back and look at that, Noah. All right, so the first 2 were easy takes. This one, not so much. Baseball coming down. Let's look where this baseball ends up. We're jumping out of the way. Our bat's getting into the zone almost. And this baseball is right at nipple height on the inside of the plate. That's a strike all day long. No bad call on the umpire there. If he calls out a ball and I'm on the other team, I'm not a happy camper. That is a real good looking baseball. No, we don't need to be jumping that far out of the way. That ball's not going to hit you. We got to get used to those baseballs flying past us here. Let's see, how far in were you? No, let me put so your hands are right here where this mouse is, and let's see where the ball ends up. So, it would have been close to your hands had you not swung, but all you got to do is just pull your hands back. You know, as soon as you pull those hands back, you have no body part that's in the way that's in jeopardy of getting hit there. All right, next pitch. All right, 3-1 count. Easy take there. Oh, yeah, right at your head. That's ball 4. There we go. All right, Henry coming up. There we go. Noah takes second. Easy take by Henry. Second pitch, easy take. Ball gets away. Noah is able to scrap third. We are 2-0 count. I just barely saw it, but that ball goes right over top Henry's head. One thing we can learn from this is we got to get this bat out of the way. So your bat's still sitting up in the air. Remember how many times we had the ball hit the bat and it ended up being called a foul ball? Make sure we drop that bat as we duck. This is something we can learn from. Ball to head, 3-0 count. Oh, here we are back to the stepping out. Look at this. All right, let's watch the weight of the batter. It's leaning backwards already. See how he's already falling backwards? And that ball wasn't even out of the pitcher's mitt yet. I can't really see him because the umpire's in the way, but it looks like he starts leaning back. I'll try to use the bat to see if the bat starts leaning backwards. Okay, now I can see his head. Hasn't started yet, hasn't started yet. Right there. That pitcher hasn't even released that baseball yet. We've already decided we're going to get out of the way. I know he might have scared you with that ball that was headed towards your head last time, but you did a great job to evade it. You don't need to start bailing before he throws just because he already threw one that was at you. You did a great job getting out of the way. You can do the great job getting out of the way again. But let's make sure we see this baseball. This baseball's pow, right here. That's a double for you, man. You can hit those. You smack that baseball into left center field over top the shortstop's head. We're getting 2, maybe 3 bases. That's a baseball you can hit and you can have fun with, but we can't hit it if we're standing out of the batter's box. That was your pitch right there. Even on a 3-0 count. When we have a lead like this, 3-0 count, go ahead. See if we can do something with it. You get those baseballs that are right down the middle that you can hit a double with. Let's take it. Outside pitch, but we're still backing out of the box on outside pitch. Hey Henry, our dugout's on the other side of the field. Throw this bat towards your dugout next time. Don't make the runner guy have to go all the way across the plate. Umpire was nice enough to go grab it. There's Max to go grab the bat. Nice job, Max. Jaysion coming up the bat. All right, 2 on. Let's see what happens here first. First pitch. Oh, we got a foul ball, but Jay, what are we doing with our body here? Let's look. Same thing. Let's look at the body, find out when it starts to bail. It starts to bail right here. Butt stinking backwards. Ball is 2 inches out of the pitcher's hand, and we're sinking backwards. Falling backwards, falling backwards, falling backwards. Oh no, he pitched a strike. Now I got to lean back into it, and I can't get the bat on the barrel of the bat on it because I've already sunk so far backwards because I was already ready to bail out of the box before I swung. That was definitely the theme of the game. Henry's taking off to second, doesn't matter, foul ball. Of course, the backing out of the plate doesn't really help when you get some inside pitches like this. This is, yeah, that warrants backing up. That's not that far off the plate. That's a little bit inside the box, but it's not a drastic amount. All right, Henry makes it over. I don't try to take the bag because we're still early in the inning. No outs, so I don't have any need to take home yet. Ah, same thing. Yes. When do we start sinking backwards? We are sinking backwards. Oh, nope, we're still low here. Still low. Now we're falling backwards. That ball's just out of his hand. And same thing, we're backing up going, oh, get away, get away, get away. I'm scared, but I still need to try to swing because it's a strike. Oh. Yeah, our momentum's going backwards. Chucks. All right, let's get next pitch here. Oh, back up. Same thing. Nothing new on this one. All 3 of these swinging strikes, each one of them. We are bailing out. Swing, this one's up over your head a little bit. That ball's right at your eye level. He probably would have called it anyways. He was calling it balls up all day. But we're not going to hit that ball when we're bailing out, when we're falling away from the baseball. All right, who's up next? Max? Whew. Max, I understand why you took this. Let's look. Where's that ball across the plate at? Whew. That's a little too far outside for me. I understand why you took that, kid. Don't worry. I think he kind of made up for it one. I did notice one time that he called a strike and then he came back and he called something that I thought was a strike. He called a ball. I thought he made up for it. Was it this one? Nope, called that one a strike. That one's an easy strike though. That's a good looking pitch. Let's see, how's our body weight looking? Ah, we're there. We just decided that wasn't our pitch. It's okay. We will have those. That's a good looking pitch. That's right there on the edge of the plate. It's a nice looking strike. Alright, we start off this bat 0-2. 0-2. Let's see if we can make up for it here. Easy ball outside. I don't send Noah. Noah doesn't decide to run on his own. Ball over the head. Ball over the head. Alright, we get the walk. That blows our bases. Okay, let's see Logan here. Oh, we missed a pitch. Here we are. First pitch for Logan. Ball outside. Not worried about it. Still early in the inning. Logan, this may be an inside pitch, but it's not that far inside. We don't need to bail that much. Your body is here. Let's look at your elbow. Your elbow is the closest thing to this where this ball is. I'm keeping my cursor where your elbow is. Keep my cursor where your elbow is. That ball, oops. Well, we can't see it from there. Let's try that real quick. One more time. There we go. Elbow, elbow, elbows right here. Elbows right here. And that baseball, before it goes behind the umpire's helmet, is a good foot away from you. We can be more comfortable with that baseball there. That is not a terrible looking pitch. If he would have called a strike, I would not have blamed him for it. Baseball passed. I was keeping his eyes on the ball. Still wasn't worried about grabbing a bag yet. No outs. No outs, a lot of good hitters coming up. Somebody's going to drive us home. A bigger mistake's going to happen. We're going to have a better opportunity to take that base than we would on that. Not too bad of a job. Ball got passed, but they were doing a good job backing up their pitcher. Easy ball to take down in the dirt. I'll tell you what, that concrete backstop, a lot of these baseballs bounce back to the pitcher. For those of you new with the team, again, we haven't had a chance to worry about or work on it this season, but we're going to get into it here real soon, probably this week. Is the way I end up teaching it is that me as the third base coach, by the time that I see the balls passed and then I verbally tell you to go, and then their brain to process, go, and then for them their body to actually start going, is way too long, and we're always going to be late. I may still send them, but I actually implore the players, it is your decision. It's not mine, because you have to react to the baseball. Now, in order for them to react on time, I teach them every pitch, as soon as that ball passes the batter, start running, and you got to think, I'm going to take home. But as soon as you see the catcher catch the ball, or the ball bounce off the backstop and bounce back to the catcher, then we're going to continue, or then we're going to put the brakes on and we're going to come back. So as soon as you see the catcher catch the ball, or if that ball gets past the catcher, but it hits that concrete behind him and it bounces right back to him, or if it just drops down at his feet where that baseball's still close to him, you put on the brakes and you come right back. Other times I'll just tell them, hey, be patient. There's no outs. We got good batters. We don't need to run. So only if the ball kicks really far away are we taking. And that's what I've obviously told Noah here, because that ball's gone away from the catcher here quite a bit. But that's what I'm teaching, and we're going to work on that here this upcoming week on how we determine when to take the base and not. Instead, it's not coach telling you. It's you making the decision. Like Noah's like, I gotta walk home, get out of my way. Alright, who we up here? Holden? Yeah, let's see. Logan? Yeah, after Logan was Holden. Here we go. think I remember this at bat. Holden had some nice looking swings. His mechanics, I think, did he swing at this one? No. Ooh. Hold on, look at that again. That's a close pitch. All right, out of the hands. Here it comes. We've called that strikes earlier. That's a pretty decent looking pitch. That's about at the shoulders. I would expect him to call that a strike, especially the way he was calling some other ones. He fortunate enough for said that one was up for us. Nice job. Still a very close judgment call. Oh, man. That's the first one. That swing, look. Oh, maybe it's just our head. Maybe we're just not seeing the ball all the way to the plate. Let's watch his head. So I was telling Holden after the game, I said, man, your mechanics on your swing, the swing's a beautiful looking swing. The body, we could get rid of this leg kick a little bit. This leg kick is a little too much. But once he gets that foot down, I don't really care for the leg kick, but once he gets the foot down, the hips are going. The whole body's turning to drive that bat through. We're just, maybe we're looking a little more in right field and our head is not on the baseball. That's about it. Okay. Let's go look at the next one. Here comes the next pitch. Easy ball to take. Henry sees that ball kick away. Nice looking slide. Hey, remember we talked about Hudson slide? Here we go, Hudson. This is a good example. This is what we want. We want down in the dirt. So if he tries to make this tag, he only has one thing he can tag, and that's that foot. That foot's a really small target. Your body, when it's up here, is a really big target. But where your body was right up over top the plate where he could tag your body, there's no body for him, for this guy to tag. If he tries to tag Henry's body, that foot's obviously going to beat that tag. Good looking slide. Way to get down in the dirt, get low. Nice job. See if he gives a fist pump or anything. Nah, just walk it off like you've been there before. Nice job. Okay. Oh, here's the play. Did we call time? Ah, he puts his hand up. I didn't see this. You see him hold his mask up? So, this is where I send Max. And I said, this catcher's way over here. This pitcher's walking back with his head down. Take that base. I did not see this. I apologize to the umpire afterwards. I said, if you call time, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. And I didn't. But he doesn't verbally say it. And he does put his mask up here. Right. I missed that. I was like, I'm telling him, I said, stay there, watch them. What are they doing? And then he looks this way and the catcher's looking this way. And so go ahead and see if you can grab that. Don't run into the umpire. Good job. Get back to third. Sorry, Max. I didn't see him call time. Neither did you. And we went with it. My fault. He raised the mask, but he wasn't very verbal with it. All right, let's see. Next pitch on Holden. Oh, man. He's right there. Body's taking that bat around. Now, okay, I can still see his nose here. So we're not, this time around I can still see his nose poking out of the helmet. But I don't think our head is just entirely on the ball. It's really close though. I'm trying to be really nitpicky, by the way. But from this angle, it looks right. All right, here's the next pitch. I think we swing on this one too. This one, so the second one, your head looks the best. Let's see. Does this head ever rotate into the baseball? Yeah, I just don't think we're turning our head into the baseball. That's the only thing that makes sense to me on why we're not making contact on these. The swings look good other than that. I don't have any problem with him. But yeah, he's just, I don't think he's getting as that ball's coming in, he's not turning that head with that baseball. And so it's going out of his eyesight as he's in the middle of his swing, which even just that little bit of an adjustment is, might be hurting him here. All right, is this Tanner, I want to say? Good decision here, Max. Good decision. Way to go. Look at that one more time. Easy take. But look, even with the easy take on the ball outside, we're still stepping out of the box. You see that that player is going to beat you. Nice job. Way to make him think you're coming. That's exactly what we're trying to teach. Start that run. Make him think you're coming. I want you to go full speed. As soon as you see that that ball's still nearby, say, nope, no thanks, and just come on back. You got plenty of time to come back there. These aren't major league athletes where they're going to make that throw to third and they're going to catch it and make the tag and everything else. And we can also slide head first there, backing way out of the box, ball down the middle. Next pitch. Same thing, still backing up. We beat this up enough last at bat, so we don't need to do it this time around as well. That looks like a pretty decent pitch. Yep. I would have called him a strike. Maybe just because the chalk line's been slid over by Henry's last slide, and Max almost running into the umpire. He didn't call that one. I would have called that a strike. Based on where our league has said this is what the strike zone is. Again, I gotta keep reiterating that. He's gonna call this one. He probably realized, hey, I should have called the last one, so when he got another one in the same location, he said, yeah, we're calling this one. We're not getting two of those to go by. Okay. Hey, this is where we kind of get to the fun inning. This is the real fun defensive inning. Alright, here we are. Pitch number 1. Ooh, almost took his hands off. Alright, pitch number 2 coming up. Here we go. Alright, same thing. Hey, we just pitched 2. We're off. We're inside and high. Here's where I like that. Let's take a quick breather around. Alright, he shrugs his shoulders a little bit. Okay, he's slow. He kind of takes a breath, but he doesn't really quite slow. And then he overcorrects when we go back to the inside. It looks like we kind of throw a little bit softer there too. It's not really popping the glove like I'd expect. So he's trying to feel where he's going to go with, so he's throwing a little bit softer to try to aim that baseball. Here we are again. Now we're at third pitch. Hey, let's go ahead and go to the rosin bag. Like I said, let's do that on the second pitch. We throw 2 of them. Let's go ahead and shake it off and forget everything and start over again. Pick up that rosin bag, give you a second of time. I like doing that on the second pitch, not after we pitch 3 balls. And then we're back into it. Strike. Nice. Nice pitch. Get a foul ball. Oops. Skipped over it. Here it is. Give the kid a walk. Alright. And this is where I wanted to tell you too. A, that you can't rub the ball with the rosin bag. That was number 1. And then yeah, tell you that, hey, after, when you know you need to loosen up here, and when you notice you're missing your spots, we got to take that little lap around the bag. And then we call a play here as well for the infield with the base runner on, but not gonna discuss that on a public video. All right, here we go. This is pitch number 1. Max, I want you up and off your knees there, kid. You got a base runner on. We gotta catch that ball, and we gotta be ready to make that throw, even if he's not moving. I don't want you on your knees to surprise you, because the time he does move, I just still don't want you down there, and you have to pop up before you make that throw. Kind of the same here. As soon as you make that catch, step up and be ready to make that throw each time for me. Here's where it is. It's the third pitch of this at batter, only because I already watched this, because I really wanted to see it. You know what? Let's do this before I even get there. Let's watch right here. Oh, my face is covering the base runner. That's fine. We don't really need the base runner. frame by frame, slow motion, pow. All right, he's running. You can't see it yet, but boom, this base runner's full sprint. His head's turned. We're running. Let's see how many steps we take. So I would like just a 1-step throw. Let's see if we do that. We go 1, 2, plant and throw. So a little bit quicker release on that first step and throw. I would really like to see. At the same time, with that said, man, this is a strike. Look at this. Look at this arm layback. And just the power to get that ball. And this ball lands right at the base. Holden's in the way, and he's backing up the pitcher. Holden, by the way, when that base runner's running, we got to get behind second base, not in front. Henry, you got to let Holden know that by yelling runner, runner, runner. So when we hear runner, 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 we got to get behind, not in front. Actually, I guess we can back that up slightly. Let's watch what happens here. I'm going to watch Holden for 1 second. Yeah, Holden, look at this. The pitch is still going on and you're already ready to back up. If he swings and makes that hit and it's over here, your momentum's already going in there. We got to play the ball first, all right? Don't go immediately to your backup spot during the pitch. All right, you're already heading that way before Nicholas even received the baseball. And I think this happened a couple other times. I just haven't been paying attention to it yet. But anyways. All right, so as we already discussed, I would like the 1-step fire. We take the double step. But a really good looking throw. I mean, just Noah catches that with his glove a foot above the bag. He doesn't even have to move it. He's got the ball in the glove there. And sure enough, he is not on the bag. I thought Coach Vegas had a good argument that that was a really close play. I thought he was going to be in there. Noah even said so. But at least according to this, his foot's not yet on the bag. There's his glove. As long as your glove hits his foot on the way there to that bag, we got him, buddy. Maybe Noah thought he might have missed the tag or something along those lines, but he's right there. Now, why this batter takes off down first base and drops the ball, I'm not... there's the big fist bump and all the cheers. I think I see a cartwheel back here. Juan. We're still playing baseball, kid. Come on now. Juan with the cartwheel in that center field. All right. There's no base runners on, so I'm okay. You won't get a complaint from Coach out of that one. No base runners on, except for this. We got a base runner on first. We don't know where he came from, but we got a base runner on first. All right. And then after that, Nicholas said, "Let's go." There's strike one. Is it this one or the next pitch? Oh, it's this one. Oh no! Sorry, I pressed the button that was supposed to stop it, and instead it opened up that interactive zoom. So let's replay. Get back. Here's the pitch. This was my all-around team where everybody did a little bit of good, but they also did a little bit of bad. So Nicholas with a very nice pitch. Very good looking pitch. Hit off the handle. It comes right back in. So that was the good. Very good looking pitch. The bad was we let this ball go between our legs. Let's get the interactive zoom going on here. Here we are. Here's that baseball. Nice and pearly white for you. Oh, we don't get our glove down. Goes right between the legs. Oh no. So that was the bad. So everybody did a little bit of good. Everybody did a little bad. Noah, let's start with your good. The good was we fielded this baseball. The second good one was, let's put this over here. This is a strike. I mean, just a beam. I'm sorry, not a strike, but it is just a heater across the diamond. Look at this. The little bit of bad, which if we can call it bad, was we're pulling our first baseman way to his right. He had to stretch really far to his right. I did not think Henry had this ability to make this stretch. Let me back up a couple frames. Here we are again. I'm going to watch Henry this time rather than watch the throw. Last time I was watching the throw. Henry gets up on the bag. He's ready here. He's giving a good stops. And he goes, oh man, this ball's really far away. Let's look how much he has to stretch. When I saw it from third base, this guy's going to block this camera view, unfortunately. But he was like full extension to the right. So no, we missed the bag by about 3 or 4 feet to the your left of the bag from the field's perspective to the right, but your teammate was right there to back you up, kid. Henry gave you a great stretch and a great grab. That's what I call teamwork there, right? Nicholas, great strike. Way to throw that strike in there. Make him take he puts the bat on it, but he has to take it off the handle. That was the only way he could get there. So it was a weak ground ball to the middle, but we let the ball go between our legs. Noah, great pickup, great velocity on that throw. Pull the first baseman off the bag slightly, or pull him not off the bag, but pull him away from the bag slightly. But Henry, great stretch, great grab. That was an awesome play. Very awesome play. All right, let's watch that in full speed just one more time for the fun of it, and then pay attention to the kids cheering afterwards. Boom. That was awesome. Hold on. Hold on. I got one more thing for y'all. When the slow-mo, you don't hear this, but I want you to listen to something, right? So my camera, by the way, is slightly to the right side of home plate to try to look over the umpire's shoulders, and because most batters are right-handed. And the microphone on the bottom of the camera, the phone is turned to the right, so the microphone is pointed towards the left of the field, which is towards the first base dugout where their parents are, right? So let's listen in here. Listen to the parents cheer. As soon as they hit the ball, you hear all the parents to the right side of the camera cheer really loudly. And as soon as Noah makes this throw, it just gets silent for about a half a second until all the Bombers' parents then start cheering. But that silence was deafening. There's all the cheers. Yay, yay, yay. He hit the ball. Silence. Bombers cheers. Yeah. What a play. That was fun. That was real fun. Great defensive play, Noah. Great stretch, Henry. Great pitch, Nicholas. Nice job. Watch this batter here in his next couple batters. Strike one. Oh, come on. Do we not have that? I guess the umpire felt bad because he had the last out. Now, maybe Max, if we get slide our body into that baseball, maybe he might call that. How is that? Is he saying it's low? I think he said it was inside, didn't he? I don't know. I mean, how we not hitting a strike there? That's got to be over the plate. You know, if we go chalk to chalk, I can't see the plate, so I can't judge it, but I know the plate is 19 inches and it starts here and ranges across. That plate's got to be about right here. I mean, it's easily, I'm pretty darn certain that's got to be over the plate. But maybe just because we're catcher lined up a little bit to the right, and then we throw our hips out to the right on the catch. Because he pushes his hand saying it's left. Yeah, look at this. So here's the plate. So I'm going to keep my mouse where the edge of this plate is. I'm going to go straight up from the edge of the plate. And then let's rewind. I'm going to keep my mouse right here. Puh! That ball's over the corner. That ball's over the plate. That is not an inside baseball, especially when we're not over the plate. We are chalk to chalk, remember? They always preach, hey, we go chalk to chalk. Not the width of the plate for a strike zone. We go the width of the batter's boxes, is what they always tell us is a strike in our league. Don't mean to necessarily agree with it, but that's what they say the strike zone is, and that's why we got to play it. And if that's what the strike zone, that's a good looking pitch there, Nicholas. Keep that up, kid. Even if they call it a ball, throw it again. We're going to be happy with that, all right? This one. Where are we missing here? Maybe you just felt bad for him. Okay, we're a little off the plate. We're over the chalk line. I could see him calling a ball slightly. Oh, man, that is barely missing. That's missing. It's barely missing. Maybe we're giving them a little grace because of the score at this point, and because of the last two plays being the runner being thrown out at second and the shortstop making the throw out there. I'm having trouble seeing where we're missing here. This ball's over the plate. I mean, it's at his thighs. It's over the plate. What are we missing? Three good pitches. Am I missing something here? I'm confused. All right, let me watch this ball again, see where it crosses the plate. I mean, I added 2 more frames after where I stopped at last time, and we're still knee level. It hits the dirt behind the plate, I understand that, but I mean, they say bottom of the knees. That's easily at the knees, if not the thighs. I looked at it from about 3 different frames to go, okay, well, if it crosses the plate here, here, or here, based on where you see it cross the plate on one of those 3 positions, it goes from the thigh to the mid, between the mid thigh and the knee to the knee. And they always tell us bottom of the knee. It's yeah, I think we could have got just 3 straight strikes right there, Nicholas. You have no arguments from me. That second one, like I said, maybe borderline ball, but the other 2 I think are right there. That one's right there. Finally can't get an argument out of that one. This kid's bailing out of the box like we were. He wasn't ready to hit, but he did swing at this one and fouled it off. Watch this little shimmy like he's proud of himself. I'm glad he's proud of himself for getting a foul tip, but Coach Vegas like, hey, let's put the ball in play before we do a little dance here. Let's not dance on a foul ball. Hey, let's put it this way. They must have thought that Nicholas's pitching was so good that they had to dance on a foul ball. That was the only time they would have had a chance to celebrate, is if they just put the bat on the ball in any way, then they were happy and they were going to celebrate. All right, we're drowning on here a little bit. Let's go ahead and try to wrap this this game up and get through this last inning here. He gave you kind of an easy strikeout there. He gave you a no question. We don't even have to see. Are we a ball here? I'd say we're up over his eyes. Yeah, I'd be happy with that being a ball. Luckily, the batter gave us an offer, but I think, like I said, we missed 2, if not 3 strikes earlier. And so I think he almost struck that kid out twice. All right, next inning. So this pitcher's not going to last all that long. He's going to go shortly. Who was our last batter here? We have Hudson coming up at the plates. Hudson steps up. Looks like I missed the first pitch. This one. Here's the first pitch. Okay, first pitch on Hudson. That's where Nicholas threw the ball. Maybe we got a different strike zone than they do because of the score. That looked like a pretty decent pitch. Did he say he missed low? Yeah, he said he missed low. Alright, 1-1 count. Easy take. 2-1 count. Nearby. Not a terrible take. 3-1 count. Swing at it if we like it. See how the rest of Hudson had bat going. We got a little scared of that. Hudson, overall, you're not backing out of the plate, though. So good job with that. Where most of your teammates are liking to bat out of this box, you're standing there strong. I haven't seen you leaning back any of this at bat yet. That one, you kind of rocked your shoulders back, but you weren't really like full on step out. And that one, we were a little more. All right, Nicholas, let's see if we can do the second one. Second at bat here for Nicholas. Ball outside. That's an easy take. Hudson's going to be able to take second. All right, 1-0 here. Second pitch. It's closer than we think. Edge of the plate's about right here. Come straight up. I would say this right here is about shoulder level. Ooh, I mean that ball's touching what I think is the top left corner of that strike zone. That is close. Awfully close. He says it's outside, or he said it's inside, but if we're playing the chalk, I put my cursor where the top left of the strike zone I thought it was based on the plate, not the chalk line. And like I said, league says chalk to chalk. I'm kind of surprised we got that a ball, but hey, we'll take it. But let's not bail out of those, Nicholas, all right? Those are close pitches. We got to stand there and be ready to hit those suckers. Oh, this was one where we leaned really far forward into it, right? Yeah, we stretch. And we just don't have the ball to get there. We were way out in front of that one. That's all right, that happens. Not only was he way out in front, he was also leaning super far forward to try to let that ball travel to him. All right, we are a 2-1 count, I think. 2-1. That's an easy take. Again, I was telling Hudson, hey, we can be patient here. Ball four. Runners on first and third. Okay, here comes Juan. Juan's up for his second appearance. Juan, simply for you, we just can't take these so hard, all right? We're in a new level. We're not in coach pitch anymore. It's hard to hit these baseballs. We're not used to the kids pitching to us. All right? You got to be able to shrug those off. But hey, you got your first one, okay? So I know next game you're not going to take it nearly as hard. Nicholas made his way over to second as he should. Easy take on the second one. I told Hudson go ahead and be patient. We don't have any outs yet, I don't think. Yeah, no outs. Oops. Let's come back. Right down the middle. Tipped it off. Foul ball. Two 1 count. Foul ball. 2 foul balls in a row. Nice job. Way to put the bat on the ball. Dude, you have nothing to be upset about on this. You foul tipped 2 of them. That one maybe just a bad. Okay, this one's a bad looking swing. But one bad looking swing at that bat is nothing to be afraid of here. We're trying to go up and reach one that's up above our head. Yeah, let's leave those baseballs alone. Let's leave those baseballs alone. But you don't have anything to be upset there, kid. You made one mistake on one pitch. You fouled 2 off. The 2 fouls look great. You don't have anything to worry about? Oh yeah, I forgot this. Are we paying attention, base runners here? Nicholas, we are way too far off second base, kid. Because if they throw that ball to second base, you don't have anywhere to go. Now, Giveth, I can send Hudson, but we don't really need to bait this. I know nobody's really covering. You're not really in any danger, but there's just not a huge need for it. You see that he's not running? Backtrack a little bit. Hudson, are we paying attention? Good job. Way to see him throw that ball and retreat back, Hudson. Nice job. Let them make the mistake. Nicholas, way to be paying attention too. Like Nicholas is watching. Alright, so I'm first watching Hudson. Let's see how long it takes Hudson to react. They don't think we're paying attention. They tried to get one over on us. So Hudson, we look a little left at first, but you bring your eyes right back. Let's see when he breaks. We're gonna count. Here comes the throw. See how long it takes Hudson to react. And right here, Hudson's already stepping. So he's just releasing that baseball. Hudson's still paying attention. Retreat. We can slide there if we need. Hudson was doing a better job paying attention than I was. Ball by him. Nicholas reacts immediately. Hudson reacts immediately. Jameson, we gotta stay out of that way, kid. That's all right. Your first game. Nice job. Nice job. Way to capitalize on their mistake. They thought they were going to catch us napping. You guys weren't napping. Way to go. Way to keep your focus on that game. And way to watch that baseball, Hudson and Nicholas. Interesting. I'm gonna have to like cut that out or something. I'll tell you guys. We apparently just got a Twitch follower. So, I used to stream some air traffic control and aviation content on Twitch, and this OBS or this recording software is set up to give me alerts anytime somebody sends me a follow, and apparently just somebody gave me a follow out of the blue. They must have seen one of my YouTube videos over on my aviation channel. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Jameson, we're a little far outside that box. We're going to get in that plate a little more. Don't worry, we're going to work on it more as we get there. I always enjoy this. I'm excited for Jameson because there's nowhere to go for it but up for him. And it'll be a fun journey for both him and us to just watch him progress here over this season and the next couple of seasons after this. He seems like a super nice, fun kid. Parents seem like great people. I really look forward to having him on our team here for hopefully a long time to come. Alright, that pitcher hit 75 pitches there after that pitch, or during that at bat. I think his first pitch was 75 pitches is what Coach Anders told me. And so he can finish the at bat, that's fine. We get a new batter. We move over to the top of the lineup. We are now 1 out, alright? 1 out, and no, we're 2 outs. I'm sorry. Juan struck out as well. Alright, did we miss a pitch here? Yeah, okay. First pitch, easy ball to take. Second pitch. Right there. No, it's kind of do the same thing. I even saw the head bob and his little body movement, like, okay, yeah, that was a strike. It was there. I could have got it. Nothing to worry about. Oh, I remember this one. This one, next one coming up. Oh man, I don't know how we don't have this. Right over the head. Let's go back. 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1. Boom. Oh, how do we? Whew. Well, hey, he made a call right away. Oh. Unfortunately, I was up against the dugout talking to one of the players. But let's put this third base bag over here on the left side of the screen. Frame by frame. Boom. Ball hits here. Fair territory. Ball next hit. It's there. It's on the chalk. That ball has got to be right over top that base. Come on, that's over top the base. If any part of that baseball touches that base at all, if a hair of that baseball goes over a hair of that base, that's a fair ball. I thought that was fair. Oh, so close. If it hits chalk, it's definitely fair. It does not hit chalk. So we have to draw the line, basically, assuming the ball went straight from the time it bounced to the time it bounced again, from here to where it hit chalk here, and determine that go over base. Whew, it sure looked like it went over base to me. It's really close. Can't really argue that play either way. As much as we'd love to have that hit, because Noah's making it to at least a double out of that one. That's just a very close play. One last time for funsies, because I want to look at his form this time. I'm so focused on where that ball went that I don't actually pay attention to his form. Good looking swing. Look at that body turning into that baseball. Man, inside pitch, and we're getting almost the barrel on that ball. That's a hard ball to get that barrel on. Whew. We got the very bottom of the barrel. We're not quite on the handle either. We're on both. Nice job, Noah. Man, that's so close to being a hit. Nice job. Did I just scroll the right one? Yeah, I did. All right, let's go back here. All right, so we are now at 2-2 count. Ball, not far off, but still a ball nonetheless. Yeah, Yeah, it's outside. It's not a drastic amount outside, but it's still an obvious outside at the same time. Oh, maybe I missed a ball. Okay, so Noah gets the base. Henry coming up. Oh, here's another product of stepping out. I remember I got a chance to watch this one earlier. What are we doing, man? Where are we going? You got a party over at the dugout that you got to hurry up to get to? Yes, we're diving out of the box on an outside pitch. Noah's just keep taking bases till somebody stops them. This team is obviously not showing that they're ready to stop anything. Alright, that ball gets away from the catcher a little bit. Noah takes there. There we are. Henry with the single. Able to make his way on the second because they were making a play on Noah. Makes it there in time, nice slide. But let's look at what happens here. So, why do we get such a weak little hit? Let's find out. Ball down the middle. We're falling backwards is why. And then when we fall backwards, we can't get our whole barrel. See our foot? See how this foot's way outside of this foot? If this foot's inside, we can get this barrel to cover this whole plate. And instead, we just barely nick the baseball with the very tip of the bat. See, it just barely hit the very outside of the bat. So we just barely nick this baseball with the tip. It drives right down and hits the dirt right in front of home plate, and it just rolls right up the front baseline. Stops in fair territory. Way to go around that baseball. I notice we don't have any runners lanes here. I'm surprised by that. I guess we gotta just play without runners lanes. Way to pay attention to Coach Lindgren. He's pointing to second. We hustle there. We kind of make a wide turn. When does he point? Okay, he doesn't point till late. Good. So I was trying to figure out, did Henry miss the call? But no, he doesn't. He's running straight, doesn't know where the play is, doesn't know first baseman's coming over here to touch first. He's still thinking plays here. He's going to run through the bag right here. Coach Lindgren points, and then Henry eyes up, sees it. Oh, let's redirect. Takes off to second. Nice job, Henry. The hit, not a nice job. I mean, nice job of putting the bat on the ball and putting it in play, but if you step into that, we're going to drive that baseball, not just barely nick it and it roll down the baseline. But good job on the base running through the bag, and then Coach Lindgren with the redirect. Hey, that catcher fell down. Let's go take second. Coach Lindgren watching that play real nice and being able to get that runner over to second. Nice throw by Charlie here over at the catcher spot. Get that. Where was it at? Let's go here. He comes up. Nice. One bouncer throw to second. There you go, Charlie. He gets upset and throws his glove down. You don't need to do that, Charlie. You made a nice throw, kid. You're alright. You know, if you can be upset at the play, but you don't need to be upset with your effort. Let's roll. Alright, Jaysion. We're coming to our last couple of batters, by the way. This is almost over for y'all. Alright, pitch number one. Henry's on second base. What are we waiting on? I'm not sure what was going on there. Okay, we're still stepping out, kid. We're stepping towards first. Stepping out and taking our barrel off that plate. That's an easy take. And he's able to make his way over to third. It's an easy take. I told Henry to be patient. We got two good hitters. Oh. Now we're stepping out and then trying to step back in and reach in for these baseballs. Can't be stepping out, kid. Luckily, our umpire did not reward this pitcher and punish you for stepping out of the box with a strike here. That is not far off. That's over the plate. We're right about at the knees. Right? Did it? Or did that just hit the front of the plate? Let's watch the whole thing. Ball. Okay, maybe it hit the plate. Maybe it's lower than I thought. I'll take that back. We're still stepping out though. We don't need to step out. Alright, next coming up, Max. Outside pitch. Jay takes second. I can just be quiet from here. Easy ball to take. Y'all know what's about to happen, right? That's a beautiful looking thing. Beautiful. Oh, this is funny. So Coach Lindgren is telling Jay to pick up the bat and take the bat with him to the dugout. And the parents for the young guns start going, tag him, tag him, tag him, because they think that Coach Lindgren is telling Jay to go back and touch the plate. So they're telling the catcher to go tag him. And Coach Lindgren's like, I'm just telling him to get the bat, guys. Just grab the bat. And all the parents go, oh, at the end. Hey, this is a way to finish a game right here. I love finishing a game like this. Just boom! Pow! Deep left center field. Listen to the sound. Boom! That's a hit. That's a hit right there. One other thing. Hey, let's compliment somebody. All right? Check out our center fielder. Anybody recognize that center fielder? Because we just played with him for the last 5 seasons. That's Makai out there. Makai tracks his baseball. It's out of his range. That's no trouble. He hunts it down. He picks it up. He one-steps, throws it to a strike to his shortstop. He throws a strike to the shortstop. He stops Max on second base. I want to compliment Makai here. It must have been all my coaching. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to be a lot more humble than that. Makai tracks that baseball at center field, picks it up, fires right to the shortstop with one step. Textbook. Everything we've been coaching him to say, hey, let's pick up that baseball and let's get it back in this infield. He doesn't lose sight of that ball, tracks it, grabs that baseball, immediately fires to shortstop. Shortstop, Mac, if this shortstop does not throw this ball home, Makai has stopped this as a double, right? Makai has turned what in our league should most likely be a triple, if not a home run, into a double because he ranges, he picks it up, he fires. Throws to the shortstop Rio, and then Rio makes a decision to just airmail one all the way home, and that's just going to give Max an easy third base. But if he doesn't throw that ball home, Makai out in center field stopped Max with a double. Good job, Makai. Good job, kid. All right, nonetheless. That's 5. 13-1. I wish we would have been able to play that half inning because I wanted to get another pitcher in there to get a little practice in, a little bit of work, especially when we knew that they wouldn't be able to come back. However, because they, even if we played that second half inning, they can't score 12 runs in an inning. They can only score 5. There's no chance they're able to tie it. They went ahead and called the ball game. I think for the runs allowed, because if there's a tiebreaker needed, the tiebreaker goes off the runs allowed. So whoever has the lowest number of runs allowed, they probably should have let the other team go bat because they were the home team. They should have finished. So that way they had the opportunity to score and increase our number of runs allowed. However, I'm not going to argue a stoppage because, like I said, I kind of want to play it for the practice. At the same time, I like us only allowing 1 run. That's a nice thing to have. And good luck to the young guns the rest of the season. I think we got to play him again. There's Makai. Henry just lifted him up, gave him a big hug. Coaches all get a chance to say hi to everybody. And man, what a fun game that was. A lot of things to learn from. All right. Well, we noticed the big one, stepping out of the box. We're going to really hit that hard, and we're going to hit base running hard. this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got Thursday practice. Saturday is going to be at a different location. We'll get that out to you as soon as we know that information. And I got a Twitch follow. I haven't streamed on Twitch in over 2 years, but I'm still getting some followers, believe that or not. That's really funny. And nice game. Great job, Nicholas. Jaysion, nice hit. Nice base running. You know what? Don't even need to give the accolades out to everybody. Good, solid team win. That was a lot of fun. I look forward to many more this season. We'll see you on Thursday. Let's go get some more.